Hello, pile number one. Pile number one. Tonight we are going to make a reading that is going to be connected with Buddha teachings. So I think most of you are familiar with Buddhism and Zen in general. We are going to connect this reading with this beautiful doctrine. And we are going to connect it also with one of the Buddha stories. That will give us additional insight into this moment. And what we need to pay attention to, what we need to observe more, to what we need to give more, let's say, effort, or on what we need to work on. Okay, I'm going to take one of these. And one more from a deck that I need to pick. Just a moment. Yeah, it was a little bit far away from me, but here we are. We are gonna take this card. Okay. So let's see your cards, guys. I hope that you see the cards, that it's not they are not shining. I hope that they are not shining too much. Let's reveal your cards. So we have the Chariot and we have School. We also have Forgive, Joker, the Universe Within You. And we have Seven of Pentacles with Who Can I Serve Today? Okay. So let's see what your reading is about. Pile number one. Okay, so with the Chariot here, we see, and the School under, we see that you are on some kind of way. So you are still traveling through something. For some of you, this could be school, literally school, college. For some of you, it could be work. And the Chariot shows us that you're in some kind of transitional phase. So you're not where you want to be, simply. Either way, either if it is work or if it is school, it is the same way. You're trying to pass through something in order to arrive somewhere else. Okay, so it's a transition stage of your life. You're doing something to progress so that you could arrive to your destination. Your destination is definitely Seven of Pentacles that we see here. You want a security, you want some kind of stable point, you want to feel protected, guarded, loved, and you crave for some kind of stable, honest, and deep connection with another person. So this is something that it is a lot on your mind, and this is, we could say that everything that it is happening in your life, it is contributing to the segments that are going to bring you to this point. This is how you are going. This is your goal. This is what you want to achieve, and this is where you want to reach at the end. Now, here we see Forgive. We see Joker, the Universe Within You. And these two cards, I would say, are the bridges. So these are the bridges that you need to pass through or pass over to actually reach to the destination. So with Forgive, we see that at this given moment, you have some kind of stuck emotions towards somebody that you cannot just release. It's very hard for you to release it. It's very hard for you to forgive. It is very hard for you to let it go. Okay, we are back. My battery went off. So I was saying that there is a person in your life, somebody, something, that left a really, really deep scar. something that you cannot release, something that it is there and something that it is bothering you. For some of you, it's going to be something that happened years ago and you still, you are still holding to it. For very small part of you is going to be something that happened recently. But I think that this is something deeper, and this is something that goes back to the past. And it seems to me that this reading is about that. That is holding you back from continuing into the direction that you need to go. With the Joker and the universe within you, Joker, why Joker? Because Joker, it's like a deceiver, it's like something that you are not aware. You see one thing, but it is actually another thing. It's like it's illusion. And this is actually what this card is talking about. Everything that you need and everything that you want and everything that you need is already there. It's already within you. It's already there. You're just not aware of it. So, to aware this part and to remove the blockage to move forward, we received in this reading very interesting message and a teaching from the divine through Buddha's teachings. And this is what we see as revealed in this card. Who can I serve today? Okay? Who can I serve today? So today the lesson that we are receiving and we are getting is Buddhistic teaching about caring for others. They have a saying, caring for others is caring for ourselves. Caring for others is caring for ourselves. We could say that supporting others is a very beautiful thing to do, right, in the life. But it's not necessary. We can do it. We don't have to do it, okay? But Buddhists really believe that helping others and doing something beautiful for other people brings you or the giver health benefits. That it makes you fulfill, that it makes you happy to the point that it fills your emotional and psychological needs. So helping others is not something that it is optional from the view of Buddhism. It is something that it is necessary for your well-being. Buddhism sees this desire to see others become happy as their highest, most noble aspect of the human heart. So, by making others happy, we are making ourselves happy. And this is your message for today. This is your message for overall, let's say, moment of your life where you are now. So wherever you are now, this is what the divine is offering as an advice, as a solution. Whether you feel stuck or you feel that you need a little push or you feel that you need guidance. So this is what it is coming for you at this moment. Helping others gives us strength as well. Give us courage. I would say that what we feel that it is lacking within us. So that thing that you are searching for, that thing that you lack, that thing that you are missing, let's say, that you want to get, that you want to have, why not trying to give as much as you can of those things, exactly those things, to everyone around you. Why don't you try to give to others what you actually want for yourself? Now, some of you probably already tried this, and some of you also tried it, and you tried it maybe with the wrong people, and then those people were ungrateful and they didn't know how to, like show you gratitude or something like that, and you felt hurt and you said to yourself, I'm not gonna do this anymore. However, the principle and the point of giving is not to receive something. Then it's not a gift, then it is transition, it is transaction, it's a market. I give you, you give me. It's a market. But we're not talking about market here. We are talking about giving, gifting. And when you give a gift, you don't expect anything in return. When we feel lonely and when we feel helpless, that we are not able to change aspects of our lives, or that we are in the situation where we don't control anything, and that is why we feel helpless, those kind of emotions always put ourselves in the focus. So we focus on ourselves, the self becomes the center of attention. Suddenly we are the star of everything. Whatever we are thinking, we go back to ourselves. Whatever we are doing, we go back to ourselves. The self becomes the main focus of our attention. Now, when we get the courage to open up the heart, to open up, fully open up, and to actually try to give something beautiful to other people, start caring about other people. When we support another person, we basically zoom out our own problems, and we see the bigger picture. Suddenly it is so from self, being centered only on the self, zoom out, and we suddenly see the full picture. That process is proven to be helpful with overcoming anxiety and depression and all statements that we are sometimes fighting from. This way of living allows us to get rid of the anxiety and the depression. Because when we see the bigger picture, we can observe our own problems from a different perspective. We can see that not everything is big as it seems. From the big picture, what we receive is that maybe our problems, what we consider that our problems, are not so unusual, that other people are also having them, that are not so big, that many people have bigger, heavier problems. And you will say, well, what this comparison will give me? I still have my own problems. I still have my own anxieties or depression or loneliness, and the other people's problems do not affect mine. I'm still stuck with mine. And the answer to that is that when we are helping others, when we are supporting others, and when we are gifting others, we change the perspective of how we view things. And the way how this perspective changes within us is that we simply are more determined to solve the problems that we have, because our motivation is now different. We want to pull out people. We want to pull up people. We want to inspire people. We want to help people around us. So it's not only anymore us. now there are others around us. And for some of you, it's going to be your family. For some of you, it's going to be just your mother or father or brother or sister or friend, or it's going to be your partner. It doesn't matter. But we all have important people in our lives. Okay? And this does not apply only for them. When Buddhist says gift and give, they don't think only to the closest people that we love, and they mean everyone, everywhere. Okay? Let's be a gift. We be the gift with our presence for everyone that we cross path with. And the thing is that this way of behaving is bringing us more satisfaction and more feeling of being useful on this world and actually contributing and bringing something. And like I said, it's zooming out the picture into the bigger picture where we see things more clear from the higher perspective. And that is the first step within your situation. From that point, when you do all of those things and when you fill yourself up with the right energy that is needed to comprehend some things, to deeply understand them on the deeper level, then we come to the point where we are able to forgive. So the first steps in this reading that you are receiving as a guidance is making others happy will make you happy. So this is a starting point that you can start putting your thoughts, in, or even better, to meditate with. And it's a very beautiful Buddhist teaching that I can recommend to everyone. But pile 1, this is specifically for you. Because through that way of living, you can resolve the blockage. And you can also realize that it is possible, not possible, but that the only possible way to be happy is here and now, because everything is happening only here and now. So for some of you, it's going to be the case that you're trying to postpone the happenings. It's like you are living in the past or you are living in the future. Or anything that it is happening right now, you just skip and then you're reliving it after it's gone. Okay, so when you come to the point when this happening finished, then you are going back retrograde, reliving it actually. So what is suggested here for you, pile number 1, is to work on opening your heart chakra, paying attention more to other people around you, not to yourself, because that is the main problem. Preoccupation with yourself brings the feelings of helplessness, loneliness, depression, anxiety, isolation, and so on and so on. Already we talked about it now. So what you need to do is zoom out from yourself to the bigger picture, include other people around you, and start living in a different way. Start gifting, start giving, start bringing something to the people around you. Okay, not anything, but the happiness itself. Pile number 1, this was your reading. It is a beautiful reading. It's a beautiful message. I really, really love it. With the 7 of Pentacles, we see that you are on the right direction, that you are on the right pathway, and we see that your desires and your wishes are actually quite crystallized. So you are on that way, you are on that way. You are going towards it. But of course, like every travel, we have some kind of stops where we need to stop and, make some kind of changes and adjustments to keep the journey safe and in the right direction. And this is actually what this reading is about. I hope that it brought you clarity on your pathway, that it's going to be helpful in your near future, and that you're going to actually be brave enough to try what it was suggested to you by the divine. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you're new to my channel and if you love my videos, make sure to subscribe, like, share, or comment. It is very beautiful to see you there under the comment section, and I'm always grateful for all of your support. For everyone who already there following me, I want to say a big thank you, guys. I'm so happy that I'm having you there. You are the best, and I'm very grateful. I'm really grateful for your support and for everything that you are doing to help me to grow this channel more and more. I wish you a beautiful day or evening, wherever you are, and hope to see you with my next reading. Bye! Hello, pile number two. Tonight we are here to make a beautiful reading connected with Buddha's teachings, and we are going to connect the cards and the messages that we are seeing with some of the Buddhistic teachings. So I'm firstly going to take out your cards and we are going to see what is there. Then we are going to make parallels with the lessons or suggestions that you are going to receive. This is a reading that is talking about you. It is very introspective reading. It is about your pathway and your stage of life where you are now, what you need to do. And basically what we are doing here is asking the divine for guidance. Okay? So let's see your cards, pile number 2. You have strength and travel. Then we see illuminate together with create joyful things. Queen of Wands, beautiful. And what if it isn't true? Very interesting. This already reminds me of a very interesting story of Buddha. We are gonna get into it, but firstly let's start with checking out your cards, guys. Okay, so with the strength card, we actually see that at the moment you are in the power. You are in the power, and we could say in the control, but we know that control as it's so doesn't really exist. But you know what I want to say. You have a feeling of power. You have a feeling like you control the situation, that things are not slipping through your fingers, that simply everything is happening accordingly to some kind of positive expectations that you have, and so on. Even if there are challenges, you are going through these challenges really good, really positive. You are full of energy, full of strength. You know what to do at the right time, and you are not feeling weak or sensitive at this moment. You're just going through it directly, okay? With the travel, we see that at the moment your style of life is very busy. It doesn't have to necessarily include travels, although for majority of you actually will. But for some of you, it could be just many things at the same time. Like you are moving from one thing to another and you are multitasking and many things are happening at the same time. I feel that busy energy vibe. Okay. And where are you going? So why this reading is like this? Because you are going towards Queen of Wands. You want to achieve something. You are very passionate about something. And you want to achieve something that it is from great importance to you. And you feel that it is your pathway and that you need to go through that. But it is like you miss something. You just miss something to happen. You feel like you see the puzzle, but you are missing one. One is missing there. And when you get this one puzzle, when you put it on the place, then the whole picture is going to reveal to you. It's like you see it blurry, you are thinking about, what it could be. You have a hint what it could be, what you want to become, where you want to come, what you want to achieve. But it's not fully clear. It's not fully clear. It's not fully clean. And that is why we have here illuminate. Illuminate. Like we need some kind of brightness, lightness to come and to illuminate it so that things would become more clear for you. It's like you are feeling it, but you are not seeing it. You are going somewhere, you feel where you need to go, but the things are not crystal clear. You are still somehow maybe confused in what direction you need to go. Maybe you are doubting the direction that you took. Whatever it is the case, you are missing this little piece of information that it is crucial for the full picture. And create joyful things with this beautiful orange color. And this orange color we also see here in this strength card. It's a lot of orange. And we also see it here. Even this jacket is a little bit yellowish orange. And we see it here with the Queen of Wands. A lot of this energy that is connected with the second chakra, sacral chakra. Create joyful things. This chakra is chakra of creativity. That is why we have create joyful things. It is a chakra of sexuality, reproduction, pleasure, our sex life, prosperity, even patience. And when this chakra is not balanced, when it is not open, when it is not how it needs to be, then we can feel guilt, shyness, maybe some kind of sexual issues. We could also experience allergies on the physical plane, or we could have some kind of eating disorder, overeating or not eating enough. It could also be connected with irresponsibility. So there are many things connected with this chakra that could go into disbalance if the chakra is not open. And that is why we have it here. So something is going on with this chakra. And you need to work on it to clear it out. Okay? To clear it out. So we are asking in this reading for guidance, and this guidance is going to arrive through this question: what if it isn't true? And what if it isn't true applies to what if what is in my mind, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, the concept that I created, the thoughts, the perspective from where I'm watching, from where I'm looking at. What if that is not true? What if I'm not seeing right? And this is again connected with this illuminating part where we were talking about that missing puzzle. Like we don't see the full picture and now we are starting to doubt. What if it isn't true? What if it isn't true? What if what I feel and see and think, and what if it isn't true? What if I'm on the wrong pathway? So we are seeking from the divine the answers and the guidance more than anything that will help us to understand what if it isn't true. So here we are talking about the matter of the mind and most oftenly thoughts. Buddhism is all about mind control and the ways how we can actually put our mind in control, because we know that practices that in Buddhism they have practices that actually recognize that the mind has a mind of its own. So when you finally start noticing the dynamic of your mind, of your thoughts, you realize that they come from nowhere, that they just appear, that they are not invited, that sometimes there is no trigger or reason or any kind of logical, trigger that could make these thoughts appear in your mind. But still they come from nowhere. To many people, this is happening before they need to go to sleep, and when they want to relax, when they are alone with themselves, and so on and so on, then this attack starts. So are we simply at the mercy of a mind out of control? That would definitely, the answer would be yes. So majority of us have this problem. We are literally having a mind with the thoughts that we cannot control. We don't know how to control. But the teaching of Buddha tells us that that doesn't need to be like that. So what Buddhism says about the thoughts is that unwholesome thoughts set the stage for unwholesome thoughts. And wholesome thoughts set the stage for the wholesome thoughts. So what that would mean? First of all, it would mean that we are responsible for our thoughts. And second of all, like all phenomena, the mind is conditioned reality. That means that there are some kind of processes that are happening that are producing these thoughts after all. And what is suggested to us is to cultivate discipline for the selection and fostering of thoughts, so that we would increase the care for what kind of thoughts we are having and what kind of thoughts are unwanted thoughts. This is the beautiful knowledge that you can find under Vitakka Santana Sutta. If I pronounce it well, I hope. It provides 5 very practical techniques for such discipline. And in that sutta, Buddha speaks specifically about the future of the care for the mind. So he says, it requires skill to recognize unskillful thoughts. I will put the link in the description for you, pile number 2, where you will receive a beautiful story of Buddha with this exact teaching that is going to help you to practice non-thinking method, okay? Releasing yourself from thoughts. And I think that it is very necessary for you, because I think that first of all, you're overthinking things and there are too many things in your mind. Because of that, you are cluttering your thoughts. You're cluttering your mind with the unnecessary thoughts, and unnecessary thoughts are creating false picture. So to come to this position that you are aiming for some of you this could be, and for a majority of you this is abundance. This is a statement of abundance, like having everything, having the money, having the love, having a good life, having the good career, or completing some kind of dream, or coming to some kind of position, desired position, or to simply get married and having this love life sorted out. So for everyone it's going to be different, but it's definitely some sort or shape of abundance, okay? And you feel that you're on the good pathway, and you are, pile number 2. Just like I said, you are lacking the vision. And you're lacking the vision because of the disbalance of the sacral chakra. So beside working with your mind and working with your thoughts, you also need to a little bit more pay attention to this chakra. Try to surround yourself more with everything that it is orange in the color. Try to eat orange food, or to maybe wear more orange clothes. Anything that can boost up this this beautiful energy of the sacral chakra. Okay. I wanted to say that the blockages to see are going to disappear. They are going to dissolve. How you are rising and how you are pushing yourself, you know, through levels of releasing the unnecessary thoughts. So I think that your message from the divine at this point is to basically care about yourself enough to really take time for this, not to skip this, not to just listen to this reading and then just, okay, I will do that, but not now. The video that I'm going to put in the description, I chose with a purpose. It's very short so that everyone who is listening this particular reading can find the time to listen to it and to receive the sneak peek into something very beautiful that then you can research further and further and further more. Because pile number 2, I think that this is not something new. I think that you have been confusing yourself already in the past, and that many times you found yourself on the place where you don't trust yourself because you don't know if you can trust your own thoughts. And the only way to actually develop this trust towards ourselves, trust in our mind, somebody would say, or trust in my heart. You know, people say, I don't trust my heart. I don't trust my mind. That is because you don't see it. That is because you don't hear it. And you don't hear it and you don't see it because you're cluttered with unwanted and unnecessary feelings, emotions, thoughts, and so on and so on. So the beautiful Buddha teaching gives us the method how we can deal with this problem that we have, and how we can actually clear what we don't want to have and what we don't want to experience. And this is a gift that we received from Buddha that I think that would be very sad to just reject. And yes, in certain stages of our life, certain knowledge comes and arrives. So for all of you who are not familiar with this, with the Vitakasanta Sutta, now it's the perfect time to actually go there, to research this, to check a little bit more about it, because you are not here without a reason and you're not listening to this reading randomly. Okay? So this would be a reading, pile number 2. I hope that I brought a little bit more clarity on your pathway and that these informations are going to be useful for you. I also hope that you are going to put this focus this time on yourself and to gift yourself a necessary time and love to actually research a little bit more about this and to help yourself to clarify the vision. That will help you then to reach the goal and the destination. Okay? For all of you who are new to my channel, if you love my videos, make sure to subscribe, like, share, or comment, guys, because I love to read your comments and listen to your feedbacks, because it gives me a lot of information back. I also feel that you are listening and that this is actually having some kind of value for somebody. This is why I'm doing these readings. This is my gift to the world. And for everyone who already there, I want to say big thank you for supporting me and for helping me to grow this channel. Thank you so much for your comments, for your presence. I really appreciate everything that you are doing, and I'm so happy and grateful to have you. So I hope that you're having a beautiful day or evening wherever you are, and hope to see you with my next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Pile number 3 tonight. Okay, this one jumped, so we are going to take it. Tonight we are going to make one beautiful reading that we are going to connect with Buddha's teaching. And it is very introspective reading that is going to place you in the focus. So what is going on to you at this moment, and are there some blockages or some things on the way that you can clear? So we are asking divine for, beautiful, we are asking divine for help, for a little bit of guidance, and for any kind of information that can give us, to help us in this situation, to move faster, to move in the better direction. Okay, then we are going to connect your reading with the Buddhism and Buddhistic teachings, and we are going to receive even more benefits from it. So let's see your cards. Firstly, pile number 3, Ace of Swords. Time to decide. Okay, reconnect. Originality. The High Priestess. And am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? Very interesting. It is so interesting because here with the Ace of Swords, we see that we need to cut the well of truth. And with the time of this to decide, we see that you are, pile number 3, at some point of decision where you need to make some kind of decision. You have to decide between two things, or you need to decide which way to take, or you need to decide what to do at the specific moment, or you need to decide other things, you know, whom to trust or whom not to trust, or you need to decide between people. This is a general reading and the options are absolutely endless, I would say. That what it is common to all of the group 3 is that the time of decision is here, it is now, and you need to bring that decision, if possible, as soon as possible. We have the High Priestess as our, let's say, main destination, somewhere where we are trying to come, where we are trying to arrive. So your goal, your aim, your idea is to walk through this life in the very positive and sacred way. It's like you don't care much what people say or what people do around you. You care more about your own inner peace and consciousness, and you don't want to live with something that is going to sit on your back, you know, that is going to hunt you, that is going to follow you. You want to always, in a way, be without some kind of heavy lift on your back. And because of that, you need to make this decision. And what is going on here? What is the problem? The problem is this reconnect here that we have. It means, like, to me, I have a feeling like it is two things. Like, do you know when we have this disconnection of the mind and the heart, and the mind says one thing and the heart says another thing, and we are in this very weird statement when our mind is very, very rational, very right, and we know that our mind is right and it is telling us it is like that and you need to do that and it would be good that you do this. But at the same time, our heart is singing another song. It's like la 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 la. I don't want to do like the brain said. I want to do like that. You know, like heart is going in totally different directions. So your heart and your mind are not on the same page. They are not bringing the unified decision. And it is very hard for you to decide, whatever this is. You cannot bring yourself to the conclusion because you are completely torn apart between your mind and your heart. Now, with this originality, we see that we could say that there are certain ways how people are dealing with things. And there are some kind of usual procedures. There are some kind of, like this has a flavor of Hierophant. Like certain rules and restrictions and some kind of like rules of the game that you need to obey, okay? But with this originality card, we are seeing that things can be done in a different way. Things can be switched. These things don't have to be always just black or white. Like there are many shades in between. And why cannot be pink and yellow? Like there is an element of change that we can change. So there is an element, I would say the tool that we can use that it is not usual, okay? So with this, we can see and we can sense that there is a solution to your situation right now, at this time. And with the problem itself, we're coming exactly here. So am I focused on what I'm losing or gaining? And this is where your dilemma starts. This is what your dilemma is all about. If you bring this decision, so if you go with this, then you're going to lose something, but you're going to also gain something. And if you do that other thing, then you're going to also lose something and you're going to gain something. And now you are weighing, how much you're going to lose and how much you're going to gain. And where the loss is bigger and where the loss is smaller, and where the gain is bigger and where the gain is smaller. And this is what is creating even more disconnection within you. Like even more you're confusing yourself with this, and your heart and mind are going even more away from each other. Now, when we connect this with Buddhistic teachings, there was a saying, there was a Buddhistic saying, they said that there are 8 worldly conditions that revolved around the world. And the world revolves around those 8 worldly conditions. And those 8 worldly conditions are gain and loss, disrepute and fame, blame and praise, and pleasure and pain. So Buddhists believe that everything evolves around these 8 worldly conditions. Let me repeat: gain and loss, disrepute and fame, blame and praise, and pleasure and pain. And if you think about it a little bit deeper, you will really come to the conclusion that everything we can fit in one of those worldly conditions. Very interesting how they summarize everything in such a simple way. I love Buddhism exactly because of that. Now, what is the Buddha's teaching and what is the Buddha's advice in this case? He was always encouraging. He was always encouraging the middle way. That is very famous. Buddha was always one who was promoting the middle way. Like never go too much up, too much down, too much left, too much. Stay close to the middle. Go the middle way. The middle way is the right way. And how we can apply it to this reading? Well, Buddha was trying to teach us that the gain and the loss are the part of the same coin. We cannot separate it because it is inseparable. It is the same coin. It is the same. And by forcing to choose the side, gain or loss, we are basically turning in the loop, and turning in that loop brings us very big dissatisfaction and frustration and anxiety. So when we would see that the gain and the loss are actually inseparable, and that it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, is it a gain or loss, because it is the same thing, it is the same coin, then we would receive that desired peace. We would not be anymore in that struggle that it is keeping us stuck. So let's prolong this with a little bit more examples. For example, if you raise some kind of bonus or you receive a gift, you feel very, very happy. You feel happy, you feel proud. So if you receive the bonus, you feel proud, right? But at the same time, when you take this as your worth. So you receive the gift, you receive the raise, and you attach it to your own worth, But also when you, for example, lose money or you lose property, you feel that you have been treated unfairly, or you feel that you're stupid, for example. And for example, if your new car gets scratched or somebody hits it, it really touches you. It really, in a way, it pinches you. It's like you feel it. You attached these happenings to your own self-being. It is affecting you. So Buddha is asking us to look a little bit more deeper into our desires and our responses to those situations. How we respond when these kind of things are happening to us. What is our response to it? To what we are attaching these activities, actually. And there was also a sentence that he used in Sutta when he said, gain obsesses his mind and loss obsesses his mind. He is attracted to gain and repelled by loss. These are very powerful words because we see that both sides of the coin are obsessing the mind. And there was one story that I also read about a person who had been a victim of a fire. And she watched her really beautiful home, very luxurious home, going into flames. And she was saying that she had the shock. First, it was the shock that was telling her that everything valuable that she possessed, all of the memories were burning, and everything that she had was just going, away, like it was gone, it disappeared. She lost everything. That was the first, shock by seeing all of that, by going through that. But the next thing that came through her heart after those thoughts were, you have everything you need. And this came from her heart. You have everything you need. This is that deep realization that loss and gain are just temporary. So you are going to gain something and you are going to lose something, but both are going to be just for a very short period of time, and they are going to switch, they are going to exchange, and they are going to transit. So these are not temporary conditions. And if they are not temporary, that means that they should not be obsession for us. They should not obsess our mind. The realization that we are coming to is that we cannot actually lose or gain anything because we don't possess anything. We are not in possession of anything. So we cannot lose or gain. Simple as that. These are just mind tricks. These are just illusions. And when we fear that we are going to gain something, or we are going to, not fear that we are going to gain, that we are going to lose something, or we are afraid that we are not going to gain something, This is also illusion, because whatever we are actually thinking about, gaining or losing, we don't possess any. We cannot gain anything, we cannot lose anything. We don't possess any, we don't have anything. Even if we gain, even if we lose, it's going to eventually switch and things are going to change, and you will understand that at the end, all of these things are part of the same coin. So why obsess over it? Buddha's teaching is telling us that the deepest understanding always arises in the location where the pain, suffering arises. So when we experience anything that it is actually really deeply painful, that is the place where we also at the same time experience deep understanding. So we could say that even if we lose something, we are going to gain something incredibly valuable. And that is realization, understanding, deep understanding about something. Isn't that wonderful? That means that in a way, like I said, not even we can lose something, or we need to be obsessed with gaining something, because that is the dynamic that it will always exchange and always come. And with every loss, we are going to gain something, and with every gain, we are going to lose something. So it is absolutely absurd to be afraid or to trying to evaluate how much we are going to lose and how much we are going to gain. So pile number 3, when you are going to bring this decision, the Buddha's way is the middle way. That means it doesn't have to be black, it doesn't have to be white, it can be gray, okay? It doesn't have to be mind the decision, it doesn't have to be heart decision, it can be the middle way. You just have to find the middle way. And you will find the middle way by getting rid of the fear that you are going to make a mistake, by realizing that mistake is not possible. Because if the mistake is that you are going to lose more than you thought, and that you're not going to gain what you thought that you will gain, then you will come to realization that you never even had anything in your possession to lose or gain in the first place. This is a very specific reading, pile number 3, and I hope that whoever is listening to this is contributing to your situation. It means that you are on the good pathway because you are moving towards this beautiful high priestess, that it is having a very deep and good intuition with the moon energy. So you are already being guided. You are just receiving more and more help on the way. And this reading is also one of the, let's say, helper's hands that are being gifted to you from the divine. So I hope that it will contribute to your decision making and that it will help you to bring your decision faster and easier if you have been struggling about that. Pile number 3, if you are new to my readings and you love readings that I'm doing, make sure to subscribe, like, share, or comment. Because when you comment, I then receive the feedback from you. I receive your thoughts and I see how you're resonating. If you have some kind of suggestions, be free to share with me. And for everyone who already there, I want to say a big thank you for helping me to spread the messages. Because this is my mission and I want to deliver as most as I can while I am still here. This is my gift to this world, and I'm very, very happy that you are helping me to actually manifest this. I want to wish you a beautiful day or evening wherever you are, and I hope to see you soon with my next reading. Bye!